I had a really bad shopping day today. It's taking the fall for it.
Oh God. Oh, and I think we're live-ish? Question mark?
Maybe. Are we?
Are we? Maybe.
Oh yeah, Exos, did you get the little pamphlet?
Oh, what did you do?
No, I sent it to DMs last night. I don't know if you ever checked it out.
I did not. Did you do?
Exo!
Oh, just FYI, for those who are just here, we made a character, right? Like a character. And this dude, this fucking Terry over here, fucking decided to make a whole fucking encyclopedia about a specific book that was like just a reference. Like, yeah, it's a nice little book that I have one of the players, and he's like, yeah, let me just make that book real quick. It's like you dumb.
Well, I co-authored by Julie here.
You left alone the lore master and an agent of chaos. What did you expect to happen?
Oh, is that what you guys were doing? I saw you the other night, just all in the chat.
I mean,
I was like, oh no, plotting.
Also Terry made the whole fucking timeline of the entire fucking world.
Oh yeah, he gave me a history down thing. I marked down one point in history he gave an actual date to, and I used that to follow up all the other dates of the events he specified.
Oh God.
Cross-referencing, go burr.
Everything with you goes brr.
But see, now we have a timeline.
Well, you see, Terry is our mad lad.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can actually find it if you go into the lore campaign
Stuff
frequently
reference.
questioned. It's summarized but it'll give you a basic rundown of world history that any character should really know.
Any character. You say like, Anyway.
Well, I did title it History Outlines for Dummies.
Fair.
See, I'm an eloquence bard. I'm not a lore bard. Why would I know anything about the lore?
You were raised in a very wealthy family, don't get me. You have a proper education. Get out of here.
Hey, a lot of people get proper education, quote unquote, and still fucking don't remember half the shit they learn.
I have more faith in Julie's intelligence than that.
Question is, did you put your thing in the right place? Your faith in the right place? I think.
Did I?
So yeah. Oh boy. Welcome to session 11. Past the milestone, and here's the interesting thing I wanted to ask everybody, like unironically everybody. So in 3 weeks, it's gonna be December 24th. How many of you are down to do a game on December 24th?
As it stands, I can't guarantee I will be there or not. I would like to be there.
Hey,
if there's an option to move it to like the day after or before, I can do that. But I have to set aside that day for family.
Fair, because
pretty much the same.
Yeah, I know. It's basically like the meme of like, hey, do we do an episode on Christmas Eve? It's like, probably not.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve. Actually, I might be able to do Christmas Eve morning if that's the case. But I'm up for anything really. So just
wait, is Christmas on 24th or 25th? I forgot.
25th.
I don't know. 24th.
Oh, 24th.
Christmas is on the 25th.
Why does no one?
Dude, we only have it once a year. It's hard to remember.
It's December 25th.
Yeah.
It's December 25th.
So it's going to be.
And the 25th is going to be on a Saturday.
Yeah, but the Christmas Eve is going to be on 24th, which is just going to be Friday. So yeah.
So if it's Christmas Eve, I'm open to it.
So I mean, yeah, you got 3 weeks to figure it out if you want to do a session on that, because I'll be most likely available, more than available. So yeah, I guess with that being said and done, session 11. Is everybody ready?
Nope. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I mean, I'm mostly.
Panic.
Second. Time to get the thing. Okay. So, last we fucking left off, all of you went on a shopping spree.
Some of us.
Yeah, everybody got themselves sending stone in the marketplace from a very, very fragile looking man that some of you thought that he might just have a heart attack on the spot.
Coke.
Of course, then all of you, majority split up to get your own little nicks and necks. Went to the Emporium of Treats where you met Tabaxi fellow who can offer you the amulets of the whole fucking name is long.
Non-detection.
Yeah, basically against divination, detection, and scrying and all of above. Which he offered a very hefty price, but then you ask if you can all do something to get that price lower, and he offered you a job about a city opposite side of the continent in the city of Druids, Cradle Rocks. There's a bit of a fucky wucky going on, and it needs to be stopped. And the shopkeep had some items for that place, and asked you to bring those items or the box to the local grove so you can all get sent to Cradle Rocks and assist them the best you could, and offered if you do so, like just delivery, that you will get all the amulets for free, and if you actually help to stop the menace, you might actually get even something more. Which all of you agreed, and then all of you decided, you know what, we need weaponry. So, Julie got herself a bunch of silver knives. Yeah. Warren got himself some interesting tea that apparently can cure exhaustion if consumed. Terry was looking for fights, didn't find any. And Gan also found a very nice worship sweater.
Christmas sweater.
Yes. Also, Julia also found some
Owlbear, I think it was.
Owlbear coat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe. Wait, wasn't it from a sheep, like a were sheep?
No, Gang got
Yeah.
from a worship, but Julie got from Owlbear. Yeah. A bit more expensive, but a lot less weird looking. So yeah, and then everybody decided to make their way towards the grove on their own. Julie, knowing the way the most, got there first with no problems. Terry got an encounter with a bakery, which he paid 100 gold pieces to basically show directions, and they literally carry him on. Literally carried him to the place. Yeah. And the Vorum kind of got lost for a bit until spotting a symbol of his acquaintances from a prior life on a wall, and a blood trail nearby that he followed, and he found Chud dead. Yeah.
Nani?
Yeah.
Nani?
Mm-hmm. And if I recall correctly, last we left off, Julie, you were talking to the dwarf that you knew by just general knowledge, who's like the most talkative and social person of like the people who letting people into the grove, and if I remember correctly, you were just basically grouping up and preparing for your next course of action. So, with that being said and done, what would you like to do? Hell yeah.
There's the music.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. I feel like we're missing someone.
Are we?
Where?
Oh yeah. Wait. a minute.
Where's Chudwell?
I'm gonna kind of eventually, after a kind of moment of pause, say I don't think he's going to be coming with us.
Oh, the city does have its glamours. I'm sure he'll have fun here.
Yes, you could say that.
Just gonna look him in the eyes. Is he dead?
Whoa.
Yes, I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
What?
What?
What? Excuse
I'm
me.
gonna look at Julie and be like, you perhaps could have warned us that this city is a bit treacherous, perhaps.
I do believe I said that there's plenty of crime in the city.
Yes, well,
Julie, with your passive insight about the city,
Mhm.
you know, somebody to just get stabbed and left alone to just bleed out. Either those who did the act were not locals, or he pissed off really like the bad kind of people for a long time. But you just been here quite like a few hours ago. You just got here, more or less, less than a day. So.
your warnings, Julie, were more in line of robberies or fistfights. I don't think back alley shankings were on that list.
I'm sorry, back alley shanking.
Oh yes,
Yes,
I'm sure you're very familiar with them, but not those type. I mean the ones with knives.
Oh, I will remember that one. But I digress. No, back alley shanking is not something common to this area. Where did it happen?
Wonderful.
Was it in the beggery?
Where did it happen? I can't actually remember. Based off just general.
I mean,
Where was I
you
about?
would say you've been like you passed what's called the beggery, you passed the marketplace, and maybe good 20 minutes from the markets when it's over into the normal streets, and maybe 15 minutes before you actually got to this place.
I will relay that, and then say it was quite subtle. I even myself, I almost walked past, but I noticed some oddities, and then I found our dear friend in not the best look he's been in.
Oh.
Wait. Did you check him? Did he have the stone?
I nod that yes, I did check him, but unfortunately no. Essentially everything of use, value, or identification was gone. If I didn't know it was him, he would have just been an anonymous body in an alleyway.
Hey, Eric's. Is there any hard, preferably wall-like surface I can repeatedly punch?
The floor.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna. That's what. Yeah. Okay. So Terry just like extremely frustrated, and he starts slamming his fist on the ground.
Ow. It hurts. Owie.
Shouldn't have let him split up by himself. Stupid.
They're there. From
It seems
what
like
I
you're
can
already starting to
tell,
fail your mission of protecting us.
give Julie a bit of a dirty look. They're there. From what I can tell, it seems that he died quite swiftly.
I know.
I don't know if that's entirely true. I'm going to say that anyway.
Let him go by himself. That was stupid of me.
It's not going to change anything now. What we need to focus on is someone has the stone. They're going to be able to know where we are when we use them.
Is that
Is that how it
necessarily
works?
true?
No. It's not a magical stone like a 5e. It's a setting
They're
stone.
not interconnected, are they?
No,
It's
no.
Yeah. Oh.
It's
okay.
peer to peer almost.
Yeah, it's basically a cantrip setting spell 5 times per day.
Okay.
Yes.
But still,
Mm,
it would. Hopefully, this is I hate to sound cold-hearted, but an isolated incident, unrelated to the rest of us. But I don't think we can place our bets on that. I think we should
Side
be
note,
slightly
when we get-
cautious.
Side
So,
note,
you
when
said
we
they
get
took-
back, don't you have the ability to detect magical items that you've seen before? We could possibly find the person once we get back from our mission that we're on right now.
Would that be possible? Are we familiar enough
yeah.
with the stones to be able to do that?
Beyond that, I can look for one of his objects that they stole. If they took really everything from him,
Essentially, everything was gone.
it does not have to be magical.
I mean, Warren, you know that the sword is missing. The magical sword.
Oh yeah.
Also the antler.
Basically everything except his clothes.
Uh-huh.
Let's get this out of the way quickly.
Well, I think then we are presented with two options. We either continue on our way on this new task, or we do our own searching here. Which do you think more wise?
We need to finish this task. Those bracelets are important. We need to get them. So, and in order to do that, we need to finish this task.
If this was a not a pure coincidence, then yeah, I think being able to not be found is quite important.
I agree.
Very well.
So basically, the dwarven woman that you've been speaking to, Julie, she kind of went off for a bit because you got distracted by the sudden rush of Terry, Jan, Navorum, and now you're discussing. And then she comes back carrying like a small basket of bread. Just kind of offers to everyone. Would you like one? Freshly baked.
Oh, absolutely. Your breads are always amazing. I'll take a small piece. Everyone, eat up.
Fine.
I'm quite alright, thank you.
I'll take a piece.
Yeah.
All right, but down to business after such morbid news. We have come to deliver this package to you, and if you would appreciate some assistance, we can possibly also take care of the problems happening back at the home grove.
Emphasis on possibly.
Possibly. So my question is, any powerful sorcerers, druids?
I mean, if anyone would like to assist us in saving your own home, then by all means, you are welcome to join us saving your home.
I mean, we're getting as much. Well, first of all, that's not my home, but that's a home to a lot of people I know. Second of all, a ritual is gonna be cast, a big ritual, and anybody who's gifted either with divinity or arcane are needed. As she kind of closes her fists for one and thinks, as a conduit of power, if you will.
I have a connection to a god, yeah.
Is Prince back with us?
No.
No. So he's still at the temple.
I have some sorcery powers.
Oh. You'd...
I have the power of music.
Well, I am closely connected with nature as a ranger.
Well,
Not as close as the Druids, but
I mean, if you're offering, I was told to bring anybody who's willing to help and seem capable. And you,
One of those things.
yeah, the dwarf overlooks you, Terry. Yeah, you look
Alright.
capable. Okay. So ready to proceed through?
He's
or-
still kind of fuming though.
yes.
I'll grab one of the sending stones real quick and send a message to Prince.
Mm-hmm. What's the message?
Would you be ever so kind as to join us in destroying possible evil around the world, or are you too busy at your temple?
I got a debt to repay you for helping me. So, where you are?
We're down at the Druids Grove. If you would be so kind as to join us, we would very much appreciate your help on this endeavor.
I know the way. Give me 10 minutes.
Perfect. Oh, we also have a cleric on the way who would be a great help to us.
Cleric will also be.
Voram's gonna kind of cough slightly and go, does anyone want to perhaps meet Prince on the way, considering recent events?
On it.
So Julie, roll me a history check. Where could Lafander's temple be nearby?
Okay, second history. Not my strong suit.
You don't know where the temple of Lafander is, so you don't know from what direction he would come from.
I'll kind of walk out into the street, look left. I think it's look right. It's
How about
look
we
right
just
a little bit.
It's that way.
Just slightly points up.
Can I ask one of the druids around for a general direction?
For a temple of
I mean-
Lafander.
Yeah.
Oh god, let me check if they know.
I'm not asking for like a specific space. We just need to know what direction they're coming from, so we can kind of.
Give it. Okay, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
My deepest apologies. I'm not all that religious,
So-
so I never paid attention to where the temples were.
Wow. So, yeah,
You
the
think we were-
one of the treants that immediately just shows like pointing right down the road.
All right. So I'm not going to go to a place like where I get lost. I'll stand in like an open road. Hopefully, we'll meet up with him halfway,
Okay.
and I'll kind of keep tabs on him with the sending stone. We'll see.
Yeah, you say keeping tabs with him with a sending stone. What are you sending it to him?
Well, what I'm saying is I'm going to just basically as I get to the point where I'm waiting for him, I'm just going to describe the location I'm at, so we can possibly figure out where the heck he is.
So yeah, it takes only but a few minutes, and eventually you come across Prince, who's making his way towards the entrance, and quickened pace, but then of course sees you and approaches you.
Yeah, Terry just takes a good concerned look at him, making sure he's
So
alive.
So here's the interesting
Yeah.
thing about Prince now. Last time you saw him, he was with a coat, and he had only the prisoner's outfit, if you will. Now he has a very nice, pristine-looking robe with some gilded, shoulder pads of gold, and a nice little staff.
All right,
He looks a lot more fancier than before you met.
nice clothes.
Yeah.
Let's get moving.
Oh.
We lost someone. Like he begins to explain the situation as he walks him back.
I mean, if we can retrieve his corpse, I could cast resurrection on him.
How expensive is? Do we have the money for that?
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Yes, no.
I mean,
Yes.
he's saying from his own perspective. Jules like, yeah, I'm rich.
Probably.
What's up? Oh boy. Yeah. So you make your way back to the entrance, and you see the druid just kind of waiting there patiently as you come back again. So is that everybody, or you're still waiting for some allies?
I think that's everyone, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I think that'll do it.
Okay. So everybody hold your hands, and one of you hold the box.
Yeah.
I will purposely step away from Borum.
You're not gonna.
I want to held hands with you. I'll hold the box if you'd like.
I have the box.
You have the box.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Oh god. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah. So, a few moments after, as you all gather your hands together, some willingly, some are less than willing, as the druidess starts to cast a spell, and then suddenly a portal of minds open up, and she basically kind of goes first and basically drags anybody who's holding her hand, and eventually all of you go through the portal. So, give me a second.
Music change.
Uh-huh.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. So, oh god damn it. That's not what I wanted to do. Give me a second. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Nope. And so, the first thing you see, or the first thing you feel, is a sudden pressure and a sudden light headache for all of you. You start to breathe shallow breaths. As you're all on the massive trunk of a tree. Looking around, all you can see in all directions is the sky. As they're like, you would assume that you're like in the middle of a tree, because looking up there's just like more trunk, and looking downwards there's trunk, but all around it's like carved out, and there's a bunch of like holes that go out into the white sky. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll get straight to the point. So, where do we go?
So you see the druidess kind of just hold her head for a moment. Never get used to this. And she kind of snaps back, looks at all of you, seeing that all of you made it through. And then she kind of goes wandering to one of the edges and starts like walking around. If you all follow her, you realize that you're really fucking high up. How high up? Maybe 800, 900 feet above ground.
Panic.
Okay.
You're overlooking a large city of forest. But not like a forest, or like a city in the forest. But a city that everything was shaped from trees. From pathways, to buildings, to even more complex structures. So, as you follow in circle in this trunk, you all spot one massive flying object. A marble fortress in the northeastern part of the city which you are overlooking. And below it you see a massive dome of bluish light. And there's a lot of commotion down there. As the druid spots that, she kind of points in that direction. I think that's where you need to go.
You think?
Massive dome of light seems like a good place to start.
We mean no offense with the directions. It's just we've had our fair share of walking around the wilderness, quite thoroughly lost.
Well, I gotta take you there, I guess. So I guess everybody hop on in a second. As she says that, she literally just takes a step forward from like the edge and just kind of falls off.
I know we're not the nicest group to get along with, but that seemed a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, Featherfall ready. I guess that's what we're doing this again.
No. It takes only a few seconds, and you see a massive raven manifest, and she starts to fly up, and she kind of perches almost very close to like the place she fell off, and she kind of turns her back towards the trunk, basically for you to hop on.
Well, the druids back home couldn't do this.
Oh, well, seems like a fun adventure, and I'll climb up onto her shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
I get up.
So, one by one, all of you climb up. Then when the last ones climb up, you kind of all take
Also,
off.
kind of random.
What?
What's the climate? Like, is it like really warm, like tropical? Is it like
No. I would say it's warm, but it's not hot. It's maybe
Okay.
like 70, 76 Fahrenheit.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's that in Celsius?
It's like 16, 17 Celsius.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Perfect British weather.
Yee.
Yeah. So
I'm sitting here in a feather coat, and you're over there in a Christmas sweater.
Tough bunch, aren't we?
yeah. So why does this fucking melody suddenly start to sound so Christmassy?
It's the coat.
I am disguising this sweater.
Wet off. Just a spell. Just a weather effect.
Oh god. So, anybody would like to make me a perception check? Preferably everybody.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Well, I'll help someone else do it. I'll help whoever has decent perception make it. So whoever has the highest modifier, you have advantage.
Yeah. Did you want us to all do it, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all of us. And is that everyone with advantage? Okay.
Oh, that was a +7, so 26. Sorry.
Plus.
Yeah, this. Yeah, I can't even roll that high, so I'm not gonna pass. I am incapable of getting past 20, so.
And
yeah,
then
but-
Gen just Gen approaches fucking his eyes.
They all got above 20. All of us.
You're just too busy looking down and just like, oh god, this is high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're really fucking high, and you mostly are gliding towards the location. So yeah, what you basically see is like the city below looks kind of normal. Life goes on as it should be, but the more and more traversing towards the location of the dome, the less and less people you see below, and more Triants, like the ones that were guarding the entrance to the grove in Bluestone. There's like a lot of Triants in the streets, just basically preventing or eventually just blocking passage towards the location. The whole like from where you are, from where you basically teleport from to where you're going, is maybe like a few miles of light. And from the thing you've like kind of fallen off, I guess, or flown off, it's a very tall, long stump of a tree. With no branches, no leaves, no nothing. Just a singular stump.
Oh.
Yeah. So. So. I would like Gen, Julie, and Warren make an insight with advantage.
Insight?
Yes.
I am also not gonna roll this because insight also takes wisdom. No, I'm joking. I didn't get the option, but still. Oof. Roll for that advantage.
Oh boy. Julie's about to have some revelations.
Julie still gets it. Julie, you have one more roll. I mean, you have advantage.
Yeah.
Could get something better.
Julie.
I thought I put 2d. Okay, one sec.
It probably won't be anything better, but you know, like.
Yeah. I might get one higher. No.
You did get one.
Yeah, speaking of once, you got a 1. So, everybody kind of passed. So the large marble fortress, maybe half to a quarter mile wide, is maybe 600 or 700 feet above the dome that is encompassing now that you see some sort of coliseum and the surrounding build good 2 streets worth of buildings. You all realize that only one specific faction has fortresses that float in the sky, and that is of the Platinum Seas. And knowing what you know, Julie, that the prison of Paranama, the one that you escaped from, is also kind of owned by the Platinum Seas.
Question. Is the platinum like so? This is the one so this is the original from the split off, right?
So the faction is under Kurian, right?
What?
Archmagos
You're-
Kurian.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what, like, he is like one of the top people, but he's not at the very top. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will definitely pull my hood up a little bit higher and just kind of hunker down a little bit more and just keep my face towards the ground, but keep an air about me that, you know, I was just
Not
I was
being
just
wanted
silly.
to mess
Silly.
over. Alright.
Alrighty. So.
So, all right. So there's the dome over there. I imagine that's where the spell is being cast from. I'm still keeping my head low, like kind of looking back and forth just to see if there's any factions that might recognize me.
Well, at the moment you're still mid-air flying. There's not much in the sky surrounding you. If that's air.
Oh, we're still flying. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wing flapping noises activate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's up to you to decide or discuss anything. If not,
Well-
then let's continue.
I mean, disguise self all you want, but...
No, not disguise. Discuss.
Oh, okay. Can the druid still talk in this form?
No?
Okay, sorry. It depends what level of druid they are. Alright. So, do we have a plan of attack?
We
Um.
don't exactly know what's going on yet.
Well, yeah, as far as we've heard, it's just a matter of casting this spell that will hopefully contain it at least. And,
Hopefully. But if it doesn't...
well, if it doesn't, then I'm going to stand behind all of you guys and support you with all my will.
All I'm going to say is that they took all of us instead of just the sorcerer and the people capable of helping with the spell. So they must not be fully confident.
Wave. Just like, hello.
I hope this works.
Well,
I have
if
many
it doesn't-
uses, but not in the realm of magic.
Well, if it
We-
doesn't work, then we're just going to have to kill another god. Simple as that.
We do have to be careful. If these people, if they're connected with the people that's trying to find us, we have to be careful.
So we want to be, subtle stares at Julie. Indiscreet. Gaze intensifies.
I can be discreet.
Oh, no, don't worry. I don't doubt you. I know you have many talents, and being discreet is one of them, but you also have many other talents, which are
This is
the opposite.
Warhorn. But regardless, anyone who isn't helping with the spell, I suggest you guys just have your weapons out. Any things you need ready. Perhaps some preparation spells. Better
Thumbs
prep
up.
than not. I really wish I would have prepared Death Ward for this day.
If we are surrounded by numerous powerful spellcasters performing some vague ritual, I'd prefer not to cause any disruptions or conflict, but in the event that's unavoidable, I will be right behind you all.
I don't know what to expect from the druids if that does get out, given they've probably put a lot of effort into the spell. There's no telling how battle ready they would be if the spell failed.
So,
So I wouldn't count on them.
So, interesting conundrum going below as you're talking. And you're maybe 2/3 from the tree towards the destination. You see a whole battalions of creatures. roaming the streets towards the dome. Like were beasts, were beetles, werewolves, werehounds, werewolves, humanoids that have I would say like maybe 40, 50 just walking towards it, preparing
Yeah.
for a battle.
Real confident in that spell, aren't they?
And now you can see the dome a bit closer. You see by the edges of the dome from the outside point, there's a lot of, I guess, places of power, like circles and squares and triangles with intense bluish, sometimes greenish and yellowish light. That there's a few people standing on it and channeling some sort of spell. And what you also see is a clearing as you can get closer, where there's a lot of people there gathered. There's a massive table, like at the in the middle of it. A bunch of people surrounding the table, and a lot of paper and stuff is on there. And you don't know what it contains on those papers because you're like half a mile away. But you're slowly getting closer.
I'm gonna mess around with some spell slots while we're on this trip. Just sorcery crap. Don't mind me.
Oh. So, yeah. And you're basically are landed maybe good 100 feet from like the table, and the whole place is crowded with what you assume druids, archdruids, and people who are capable in druidic magics, from amateur to beyond expert. And you see a lot of folk of the Platinum Seas. Yeah, Julie, you can distinctly recall their uniforms and appearances. Some that go from like simple, normal apprentices to full-blown archmages or arch sorceresses or sorcerers. There's about maybe 600, 700 people in the surrounding area, all incredibly gifted in their own alleyways of power. As you are planted down, or the Rayon plants her feet on the floor, she basically waltzes back to her normal self. And most of you plummet a few feet towards the ground.
Upon seeing that there is so many of the Platinum Sea around us, before we even land, I'd like to reach under my cloak and just tear a piece of my dress and kind of make a pseudo half face mask with the cloth just to better hide my face.
Alrighty. So, you got the box, and yeah, the druid just says, yeah, take the box wherever you need. I need to talk with someone, and she just kind of points in the general direction and just heads off, kind of leaving all of you together in the group of like, there's like a lot of open space, but like a lot of people are talking, interacting. Some people are going towards the dome while basically replacing the ones who were standing there. And just a lot of discussion happening about the next plans of action.
Oh, well, gentlemen, it appears that we've arrived. Everyone, stay settled and keep your heads down. I don't need you causing a commotion.
We'll be fine. Hopefully.
I'll narrow my eyes at Vorum.
I briefly look away. Oh, isn't that an interesting tree over there?
I'm putting my hood up over my head.
So, getting as much of a disguise as you could. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? Because nobody really pays attention to you. You're just another blob.
Okay,
All right,
who,
Prince. Well, the primary reason I called you here is they said they needed assistance from a high-level magic caster, strong in divine magics, to assist in casting that massive dome spell over there. If you'd be so kind as to, I don't know, find someone who could guide you as to where to stand, maybe? We'll work the perimeter.
who do we see anybody who looks like they're in charge, like directing others?
Well, a lot of people are all talking between themselves. A lot of most of the commotion is towards the middle where you saw the table. But to this point, there's so many people just around the vicinity, you don't even see the table or the people next to it.
We're probably gonna have to get to that table. That's probably where all the top dogs are talking.
That is a very keen eye, and I would definitely suggest that you people go and speak with them.
This brings back memories.
Julie refusing to be the center of attention?
Wow.
Oh, it smells like wet animals around here. I have to keep this cloth over my mouth just to even be able to bear the smell. I can't get any closer.
So who's
Alright.
gonna approach and who's gonna have the box?
I guess I'll approach, since I'm the only one here not being charged with a sentence in prison here.
I will hand you the box. There you go.
Alright, I get there. Yep.
Huh?
So, someone ordered this?
What you basically see, as you get closer and closer, and a lot of people, you try to get past, and a lot of people get annoyed. But as soon as you see that, if they see you having a box, everybody just kind of make way for you. And as you go towards the table, eventually just go to the table, and around you, you see. Let's see, 2 tabaxi, 6 elves, 6 humans, and 2 half-elves. And a very large owl bear.
Nice. This was ordered, and the seller sent us for assistance as well if needed.
One of the elves who has very nice armor made of silver and has a bunch of amber in the embroidered and
It's
embellished.
just flexing by existing. Go on.
Yeah. Just kind of looks at the box and looks towards one of the humans who's very tan, has a scruffy beard, messy oily hair, and looks kind of pleased at the box. This is yours, Tazilla, I assume? This is your device that will solve our problems? Ah, yes it is. Hand it over here, youngster. As he kind of extends his hands and...
It doesn't take any insult to that. Yeah, he hands it over.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, he kind of grabs the box, kind of extends his hand over it, gives a sudden wave. There's a bit of red magic across his fingertips. All the components are in place. We got what we need to get rid of this monstrosity. Of course, if you're willing, that is. Oh, mighty Druids. As he kind of bows to the elves, and the most of the elves, besides the one who's clad in the silver, are literally hermit type druids. Has leather all over, grumpy old man with staffs and a bunch of either plants or animals around their general body area, and they look kind of grumpy and with a bit of a hatred towards them. Whatever. do whatever you need to get rid of that marble monstrosity, as one of them just kind of points their staff towards the flying fortress above all of you.
Whew. So, with that said, do you have any need of our assistance? Or should I make my way out?
Sure thing, youngster. Bring any gifted of arcane or clergy you have. The more individuals in powerful magics we have, the more higher success chance we have of getting rid of this monstrosity.
And say the spell fails, what condition will that leave us in?
He kind of coughs nervously, looks around the table. Everybody looks at you, and then looks at Tazel expectantly. It should not fail. At worst, the spell will fail, and we'll need to get another one of these satchels, but nothing too severe.
Any of them get hurt beyond repair, I'm holding you accountable for this.
You're saying that out loud?
Yeah. I mean, it's his job to protect them. He's gonna stick up for them.
Tazel just kind of looks at you, Terry, and asks, "What's your name, child?"
Terry.
Your full name, child.
That is my full name.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Sure thing. Alright. Do.
Alrighty.
Succeed.
So you gotta tell the man all of your full name and any previous aliases you went prior out loud. As your eyes just suddenly start. Nobody sees from your perspective, but let's just say
Okay,
you're
I'll explain the basic situation of the name. Yeah, Terry's the name I go by because it's the name my god gave me. My birth name is dead to me. My birth name was, and I gotta actually double check this to make sure I pronounce this correctly. And there we go. My birth name was Dorn Ironwell. I was a farmhand.
Well then, Terry. I, Archmagi Tazil Ravadan, hereby swore to you that if the spell is a failure, it will not harm anybody that should not be harmed.
For the promises you make to me, they reflect in Pharasma. Thank you. He takes a slight bow and makes his way to the party.
Okay.
Alright.
So, while Terry had this conversation, would you be, like the rest of our would be, doing anything or just watching, like, oh, are we in trouble?
Very quietly, I will kneel down and kind of whisper to everyone, if things do go south, we are not to take out the weapons. The energy weapons. They cannot be seen here.
Probably a wise decision, yeah?
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys had that.
I mean, my one is quite well hidden under my new cloak.
Yeah, I have them pushed into the bag.
Good thing Ched isn't there because he was flashing that blade. Yeah. So.
Oh, and also, I'll go and use my sending stone again. Lazar, I know this is not the time, and I know you don't want to hear this voice, but if you'd be willing to lend your magic, there's some druids in the grove that need to contain a demon. Please help.
There's no response.
Okay.
Okay.
Worth a try. Mhm.
I'll use another. Respect your decision to not see me at this time, but I
Oh,
still love you.
no. But I ended up getting paid. There's gonna be just a fucking wall of text. Of like a one-sided messaging. So, yeah. So, as Terry is making his way back from the table, a lot of people, especially from the planets, he starts to moving out towards the dome, and some people are walking with, some people are casting fly spells, some are actually just teleporting out. And there's a lot of like not shouting but like order giving, as like specific mages go to specific places as they were designated to, because they got the satchel needed for the ritual. And of course then the druids were told to basically reinforce the sorcerers and the wizards for any interesting outcome that might just in case. Eventually most of the 700 heads starts to clear out in like rather a minute. Like majority of them are left, and actually like one elven sorceress approaches you. She's not tall, she's like 5'6", looks a bit older, and just asks, "You 7, any those?" She just kind of points towards the dome, toward those who are gifted of arcane or divine magic.
Magic specialists. It's easier to say. He's getting tired of people repeating that phrase.
Yeah. There.
Alright,
The weakest link. Most reinforcements needed. Those who are not proficient with magics, do not come, because you're most likely gonna. She kind of pauses for a moment and kind of bites her lip. Let's just say, if you care to live, don't try to act a hero.
You have a cafeteria or something around here?
No, I'm just here overlooking. She looks a bit frustrated.
Alright.
I'm overlooking some troubles for an associate of mine.
Let's not keep our time. Alright, you guys ready? He kind of looks at the magic specialist, kind of anyone who's capable of helping at the in the party.
Prince steps up. Julie, you? Again, you?
Yes, I'll step up.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So, Terry, I assume you also, because you're a sorcerer.
Yep.
So. Okay.
A purebred paladin.
So, now comes a very cool thing. So only Vorum, Dovkin, and the orcs kind of stays behind. Well, follows you, but stays a bit away. So now, as you approach the dome, you start to see a lot of individuals on the other side of it. Humanoid creatures, but no longer nothing resembling humanoids. How do I best describe this? Like like forms twisted by feverish nightmares. Entities with
Eldritch
multiple
Lord.
entities with multiple limbs, appendages, multiple eyes, completely doused in shadow, wander the street, and occasionally looks over to the people at the shields and just kind of just immediately just blink like 60 feet towards the shield and tries to strike someone, and nothing goes through because the shield, like the dome, blocks it. You see a bunch of these rapid humanoids, or rabid humanoid creatures inside the dome. You can count at least like a few dozen in here, but this whole dome is a very large dome, so you don't know how many of them in total are there. So simple. Yeah, you were ordered, those who, well, basically everybody who's going up front, to basically stand in the circle and just don't get out.
Got it. Someone sneezes, entire thing falls like
Can I
It
have your
sounds-
house, Julie?
It sounds so simple, and I'm afraid.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can I have your house if you don't come back?
I mean,
I will.
for the
I'll pull out 4,000 gold and just drop it at his feet. There you go, beggar.
oh wow.
Being is this rewarding, then I will swallow my pride.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'll give it back if you come back.
so what you basically see in the dome, like besides the humanoid creatures, is that everything there is like a lot more darker. Like, it's in the middle of the day, there's not a single cloud in the sky, but inside it looks like it's almost midnight. You can't see beyond like good 20 feet deeper into this thing, and the only thing you see are white, glaring, bright eyes of the humanoid individuals inside of them. Yeah. So, once you all got ordered to go in specific positions, no further than like 40 feet from from the left to the right, 40 feet, all of you are covered. And then of course, the sorceress herself steps in, and she just kind of waits. And then kind of overlooks to you, Julie. So how did you get wrapped up in this mess?
Oh, a friend asked me to come here and do everything I could to assist in containing the problem that you have here.
Great.
Always here to help, you know.
Good to know. It's uncommon for someone to do work for free.
Well, it's for the greater good of the world. How could you say this is for free?
Deceptively.
Either you're full of shit, or you're just a fool. But anyway, I'll take whatever response it is. You all start to hear shouts from all across. And they all say a similar message. And the sorcerer just kind of sighs and just looks at all of you. So, the ritual is about to start. Don't step out of the fucking platform, because there's a small chance if one of you fucker steps out of the platform, the whole spell will fail and the dome will collapse.
Oh, okay.
Good to know.
So Warham, The orc and Dovkin are just kind of next to you, like a good 30 feet from the dome, overlooking, like, as you've been telling. Anything you like to do?
I mean,
I would like to step in and out of the dome. He says.
yeah, just be
No.
an absolute dick. Just pick up a rock, chuck it at Julie's head. You flinched. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
No. So basically, what you're all outside the dome, but by the edge of the dome. None of you are
Okay.
out. No, none of you are inside.
Hopefully not, right?
Yeah, because there's like
Um,
it's like every few seconds you just see like a monstrosity just fucking bang his whole body against the fucking dome, trying to eviscerate someone.
I mean, I will probably be watching both the probably the first thing that catch my eye are these creatures, these humanoid creatures. What can I tell anything about like what's wrong with them?
So, overlooking the sample size of them just banging against the dome trying to get out, you realize that they're human, elves, dwarves, tabaxi, dragonborn, individuals that were once normal races. But something happened that twisted them to this monstrosity. Roll me a religion check.
Religion, not my area of expertise, but I'll give it a go.
Do these
As a religious
thing-
man, can I try out with this religion check?
Sure.
You have
Okay.
advantage now.
I've got a mighty +2 to religion.
Roll
Yeah, I'm
again.
gonna need that advantage.
yeah,
Not
do these-
bad.
Okay, not awful, but
Not
not
awful.
good.
First, I'm just like, whatever that is, it's abomination.
So what? So Tara, what is it?
Wait, what's up?
You said you're gonna roll, so why?
I was gonna give him an advantage, but I can roll, sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do these monstrosities look similar to the deity monstrosity we fought?
Alright.
No. The one that you fought looked like some sort of creation that like kind of cannibalized and assimilated anything it consumed. While this looks like individual people got just corrupted by something nasty.
Alright.
So
I have never gotten like an above 10 with my religion checks.
Terry, this whole thing is very similar to like failed experimentation, sacrifices, and blessings of Abyss.
Oh. Okay.
Someone who would probably try to get some power from, say, a demonic or abyssal lord, and then
Yeah, he kind of looks unsettled by this.
yeah. Yeah. Any final preparations you want to do?
I guess I would have had a bit more time while they're all setting up. I'd also just like to kind of look at the other mages that have been assembled. Are there, besides us being kind of, I guess, the odd ones out, is there any other people who don't seem to fit in?
Quite a few people who look like everyday peasants, or like I would say from your vision, besides you, there's maybe like 1/3, like 2/3 of Platinum Seas that are very nicely dressed, like formally, from simple robes of the acolytes and the princes to something very nice, beautifully embellished and all that. To the higher, and there's like 1/3 of like people who are like dock hands or blacksmiths or staple hands. Some of them who are like don't like fit the memo at all. Some of them look like
Do they look comfortable or do they look awkward or? How do they behave?
They look like focused, prepared, but also some of them look anxious. Like you see some more sturdy adventuring type that are finely dressed, but not like dressed as the platinum sees, who look like confident and prepared and focused, while the blacksmiths, the ones that are looking poorer and less experienced, look a bit more sheepishly and anxiously.
Okay. Sorry. Last question. Are they anxious of the creatures, or are they anxious of like the whole situation, or?
Spell.
No, they. Well, yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that they are here out of their own choice, or if they might have been.
No, they're
Brought here.
more like well, I would say roll me an insight check. You know what? Insight.
Okay. D20 plus. Plus. God, I can't type over some.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dang.
So, well, everybody was preparing. Everybody was like normally, but when they were told to basically stay in fucking line, otherwise there's a chance that the dome might fail. Then there's the awkwardness and like, uh-oh. Like,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Fair
like,
enough.
Yeah. But you see some people who like flinch as like one of like monstrosities just bangs against the dome. Yeah.
So, Xers, are we taking part in like keeping the spell up, whatever this is?
Essentially, yes.
So theoretically, if that follows like the basic principles of spells, this would likely be a Constitution check, right? Like,
I'll notify you. I'll notify you if you need to roll anything. Don't worry.
Mm.
all right. But as preparation, can I cast Enhance Ability for a Constitution advantage check?
If you want.
I'm going to do that as preparation, just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
And speaking of preparations, anybody else need something to braven themselves up?
I'm just gonna eye. Now that I've noticed these people flinching, I'm gonna like eye them and then keep eyeing the shield. I'm like, I think we found our weak link. But that's what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, actually, I do have one more thing. All right. If I notice anyone about to jump out of the circle, I'm going to cast command on them to stay in. So if like someone like backs out, I don't have any plans to, but if someone does, I'm gonna be ready just to.
Okay.
Hold the line.
Hold the line. That's your order.
This reminds me of my fucking New Vegas, like fucking Elijah. Fuck, I'm so salty. Anyway,
Hope it doesn't collapse as quick as that did.
let's hope so. Oh god. So, give me a second. Oh boy, I know the soundtrack I need to get. So,
Oh no.
give me a second. So, one final like roundabout. If anybody's prepared and if he wants to do ask any questions. If not, when I'm back in a minute, we begin the following.
In the immediate area, do I see any alcohol I could take a sip of before I try this?
You're already in the shield. I don't know if they can pass it to you, can they?
Oh, true.
Damn,
No,
I need
I
a
don't-
drink. Just reaches for the bottle. Instantly
Yeah,
breaks it.
I don't think we stepped into it yet.
Oh, I know. Okay, fair.
Yeah, he said we're near it, but we haven't stepped up to it yet.
Mm.
I don't think I have anything I can prepare.
Just don't fuck up.
Don't you dare miss this.
I mean, I'll take a drink also if there's something.
bunch
Get
of
some
talking,
alcohol
a
in
bunch
you.
of discussions. Any consensus were made?
Oh no, I think everyone's good.
A consensus of taking a swig of alcohol.
Yes, I could use a drink, but
Oh god. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh boy. So, with that being said and done, time to prepare, I guess. So, here's the fun part. A sudden shout is told across to just prepare and hold as you see up all the runes that were like glowing brightly immediately like intensify in their glow, and all of you are immediately felt like you are being held in your place. God damn it.
Silence. A field of
Just
silence.
Play
That
it.
is the perfect music.
Nice.
That was perfect.
Okay.
That was accidentally perfect.
So now, all of you hold the line as all of you start to see magical bluish and yellowish tinged chains forming all across you, and are being bonded to to your neighboring individual, and basically, Terry, you have a few chains coming across you. Again, you have only 2. Julie, you have 3. The sorcerer that is with you has over 40 chains bound to her. As you start to hear some sort of buzzing sound across the entire dome, like a vibration. You look up as you hear the buzzing is also starting to come from the fortress above. And all of you see all the creatures in the dome. The darkness slowly starts to recede, and you see all of the creatures that do not do anything except for looking up into the fortress. What would you like to do?
What's holding this?
I'll look down at the 3 chains binding me and the less chains binding those around me, and panic just a little bit.
Wait, how many do I have on me?
2.
2.
No. You have several. 7.
Oh goodness. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 2 chains, and then looking at Julie got 3, and then he has 7, and I'm like, okay.
So,
Like, okay, maybe more than just a few levels in sorcerer.
so everybody holds the line. The vibration begins to become more and more fierce, and all of you start to hear a tremor and a screeching, gurgling roar coming somewhere deep within the dome. And all of the humanoid creatures start looking towards you. Like, towards, like, the whole wall. And all of them charge. Hitting the wall, banging at it. I would like everybody to roll Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, I knew it. No.
Alright.
But besides that, also intelligence checks.
Yeah.
Except for Warm, of course.
Warm, gotta roll that Constitution and Intelligence check. Come on, Warm.
No, Warm, you just see like all the you see like maybe 40 monstrosities that like looked at the fortress. Immediately a rumble from within the dome somewhere inside the Colosseum, and all of the entities starting to just go at it full force at the dome.
Nat 20. Yes.
I'm nervously looking at like the barrier, but then I keep flicking my eyes over towards the other kind of third group who are like who looked a bit nervous before, like eyeing them.
Some of them have closed their eyes and just like holding position, like casting position. Some of them are like looking aggressively at like the people who are doing. Some of them are like screaming "come on" or like basically hyping themselves up.
Yep.
The sorceress just stays silent, her eyes just looking straight forward, and there's like 4 individuals of shadow trying to get her, but nobody can through the shield. All of you maintain focus. Excellent. Oh wait.
That's what I'm still happy about that.
Ow! Yeah. Let's just say the first thing, Prince screeches, but stays still. As he's holding focus as well. So, an intelligence check, if you will, for all of you.
Right.
That second roll was an intelligence check that I did, the 17.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
10. Not terrible, but still not good. Wait, no, not 5. Sorry, that's a. Think of a different modifier. That's 8. 8. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So
Unless it's Arcana.
So you're all held in the place, and there's like most and more the shadow from the dome is subsiding, and more creatures are pouring out. Some just rising from the ground like corpses, rising up to serve once more. Some are crawling out of the Colosseum. A lot of people gathering at the border of the dome. So everybody's holding them a spell. The vibration suddenly stops, and you start to see this like, how do I say this? The runes start to like emanate this like pulsating glow of color, and it starts to seep into the ground and starts to go under the dome into the dome itself. And you see this like bluish veins of glowing lights just slowly start to come closer and closer into the dome and through it. All of you start to feel immense heat in your feet and in your hands. So,
Does my ring feel warmer now?
does your ring feel warmer?
You kept saying that my ring felt warm.
I mean, it feels the same, but more and more individuals stack the wall trying to break it, or the dome, and the roar happens a second time within the Colosseum. Vorum, roll me a perception check with advantage.
Heck yeah, advantage. Go for it.
Sure. 1d plus perception, did you say?
Uh-huh.
1 second. Plus, what's my perception? 7. With advantage. Gotcha.
Alright, well 13 isn't terrible, but let's hope you can get something better. Okay, 13 please.
Distracted.
Yeah. There's
understandably.
there's a sudden screech and a vibration coming from the Colosseum of some sort of beast within the Colosseum itself, as more and more individuals are pouring out and attacking the dome. Something worrisome is happening. Nothing goes through the dome. But Julie, very close to you, you just start to hear a crack, like a crack in a thin ice. It's the dome.
Fucking why near me?
I would like you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
You know, you're
Hold
the Julie.
Can I give him advantage seeing like him get scared and like reinforce him
No,
like saying,
that's.
Can I reaffirm that he's not gonna die here?
Well, you know.
You as soon as you start to see cracks, there's this dwarf that is like, instead of 2 arms, he has like 4 mantis claws just going at the fucking wall. And as soon as the crack hits, the dwarf immediately just stares at you, and you hear a whisper in your mind. I know you'll die soon, so why delay the inevitable? Come, join us. But you shake that notion in your head, and there's like an empty void, like this empty cold feel in your head.
I'll look in his direction and just whisper, "Sorry, love, you're not my type."
Okay.
The psychic dare.
Okay, so I would like, you know what? I would like all of you to roll me a d100 to see how the fate is going for every side, and I'm gonna root 2 my own rolls.
Is that me as well?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Let's see.
98, okay. I'll take it. 4.
You can do it, guys. Julie, Terry, Gen E. Do it.
I'm not liking that 8 and that 10 up there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be honest here though. We have two like 2 rolls above their best rolls. I mean, so it can't be terrible, right? Terrible. Sorry.
So wait, did everybody? No. Who's missing? Julie. Oh, Julie. Oh. Okay. So. Julie, following that whisper, you start to hear distant cracks, like from a distance, like all across the river, somewhere in the distance, sudden cracks. Warren, from your perspective, you see quite a few white veins showing up in the bluish dome. The cracks are forming.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Can I... Which way did we come from?
Basically behind.
Alright, how far that way?
Maybe 300 feet.
These are my career, my professional habits. Okay, I am taking precautions, right. I've got my hand underneath my cloak on my sword. But I will stay for a little bit longer.
So, you are, well, you're not alone here, because there's like a bunch of druids that are between you and like the sorcerers and wizards. But there's also like a lot.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but there's also quite a lot of were beasts. Like people who have like either have a defect of lycanthropy as a child or got cursed beyond normal ways. As there's a bunch of them just running and just preparing for fights and also looking intently at the cracks. So all of you suddenly hear, at this moment, 18 seconds have passed. And all of you hear somebody using the what's the fucking spell that gets the voice louder?
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. You hear someone yelling from above the dome. Terry, you recognize that as Tazil's voice. The spell is the quarter complete. Hold. Do not waver. So with that being said, Constitution saving throws, everybody.
Ah!
And intelligence checks.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh. Second. And oh boy. Oh no.
Okay.
Got a ooh on. And
Okay,
All right, 19 and then 20.
second.
oh, I'm faltering.
Oh boy. A lot of you guys.
Give me a second.
That's an 11 con and a 9 intelligence.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
Uh,
So.
Oh no.
What?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm the only one who won't be panic.
Give me a second. Let me find some stuff. So, here's the interesting thing that is now happening to all of you. Hell yeah. Okay.
Panic.
So, my good people. Julie. Gen. You start to see that your hands becoming more and more feverish. Your whole body feels like you just only are under a fever and a flu at the same time. You look over Prince. He looks like he's about to hurl. And the chains that bind you are slowly start to fade away as you're feeling weaker and your conscience feels dimmer and dimmer by the second. What would you like to do?
Oh. Fuck.
Alright, I would like to... Would I be able to cast the cantrip, or do I need to have my entire magical
can.
focus on this?
You can cast cantrips.
Alright,
But you can or can't.
Can. If you want to cast something higher above cantrips, you need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
God.
Alright, with that, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and try and get a little breeze in here to cool myself off.
Okay. What about you
Fair
again?
enough.
I don't think there's anything I can do but just try to hold.
It feels worse. Worum. You just immediately start to see. How do I say this? The cracks are beginning to crack even more in often places. Yes, splinter
around it. Nice.
And you start to see some people are clutching like themselves, no longer focus on the spells. The ones that look underprepared now seem to be slowly losing themselves.
Who did I have with me out here as far as our group is concerned?
Dofkin and the orc.
Dofkin and the orc. What do they look like right now? Are they also aware of all these cracks and splinters, or?
They are very. Dofkin has a bow with him, and the orc has the stone maul. They were
giant mallet.
Yeah, the giant mallet. But they're maintaining the position. They're not gonna interact with it because, like.
I mean, if I don't know, I'd like maybe go up to someone and to these other faltering people and try and give them encouragement. But my performance is awful. It's so bad.
Question. I can cast a cantrip, right? So can I cast a minor illusion over at least like the one cracks that are closest to us to hide them from others?
Hide them from others? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Boost the
So people
morale.
won't see it. Yeah, boost the morale.
Oh, sure. So, You see,
And
yeah, there's plenty, like a few people to choose from as they're like fading out and collapsing on the ground. They're not looking too good, and you basically replace them with an illusion who looks sturdy and prepared. Everybody roll me a D100.
Oh, good.
I literally have like nothing to help out in this situation.
All right, 75. Not great. Well, it's actually it's pretty good. It's good. Not great. It's good. It's good. It's not below 50. That's all it matters. Oh, Julie.
Oh boy.
Julie, hold on there.
Julie.
Yes.
Your perception starts to darken. You look over on the opposite side. There's a wall of creatures trying to get through. The only sound that you hear is that of splintering and cracking of the dome. And then
I see Julie weaken.
No. That's not all. Julie, beyond the mass of individuals, there's a shadowy individual standing maybe 30 feet into the dome. It's your wife, standing there, covered in shadows,
Oh,
gazing
you
at you.
No.
Love, I told you to come here, not go inside the dome.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god. Do I hear Julie saying that?
Yes.
Because I'm like right. Because I imagine that I'm right. Oh god.
All right, Eric. Remember that command spell I was talking?
Uh-huh.
If he fails to save, you know I'm using it, right?
Yeah. So what's the order, Terry?
Hold. Just like continue to hold, and I'm using meta magic to heighten the spell. You have
So,
disadvantage
yeah.
on the saving throw.
Okay, give me a second. I got a phone call. Give me a second.
Got it.
Hello.
Woo, guy.
Hello.
Fucking watch.
Julie, you better not start rolling well after this.
And then it's like, nah, I got it. I got it.
Roll 220.
So
That's what it is.
all of you here. Okay, so roll wisdom saving with disadvantage. I'll tell you what you hear from the shadow later because I gotta go first.
Yep. Okay.
You better roll low, fail.
Follow the pattern, Julie.
Is it?
It's KL, not KH. Oh, or wait, actually, wait, no.
No,
is it just-
it's disadvantage is DIS.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
My mind just instantly switched like, oh, you must be trying to roll for advantage. No, please. 9. All right, so you got 12. You failed check. You're staying right here. That's
Ooh,
an order.
good. It's a good thing disadvantage, cause damn.
Actually, wait, you would have failed that either way, I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to double.
Wait, what is your save DC?
Okay, so
18.
Terry,
Yeah.
what's the
Oh, what-
command? Terry, what's the command?
Hold. Just stay
Okay,
right where you
So
are.
here's the thing, Julie. You hear the shadow say to you, "Come join me, darling. We'll be together as one at last." And Julie, you see your chains almost faded away as you see just either you by your own volition or your body's just moving on your own. Starts to touch the dome as all the shadow creatures step aside and just go around, like basically going somewhere else. As you touch the dome, you see your hand go through just for an inch.
Can I, if I see her,
Nah.
can I grab?
No. Before, like just an inch goes through, and you feel immense cold with a sudden warmth inside. But as soon as you do that, you hear Terry's words, word to hold the line, and your hand immediately punches back.
Okay,
Still,
now
my
she
love.
has. No,
We have thing. I have to do this first. I'm sorry, love.
Okay, so another announcement. Halfway there, half a minute has passed. Everybody, Constitution saving throws and intelligence checks once again. As more crackling noises, more shivering. From Worm's perspective, there's a whole earthquake going on and rumbling from above. Only Terry is still conscious of the things that are happening around him. For the rest of you, it's literally a living nightmare.
oh my. It's just ultimate
I
panic.
passed con,
Oh,
I
no.
failed intelligence.
Oh no.
Luckily, to break the command, you have to make the check again. So
Julie, don't be a
keep going
simp.
carefully. Stop thinking some joy.
Oh god, I think I
Not 20 on
failed.
intelligence check.
Oh,
I think I failed the con, but I think I passed the intelligence.
so let's see. So what? So who failed on intelligence? Or
Not
I
me.
but
I-
Julie failed.
before.
But you succeeded on the con, right?
Yes.
Oh god.
I'm assuming a 23 pass.
Yes. So let's see. And then again is 11 on Constitution, right?
Yeah, that's the con.
So,
and the-
So more cracks, and you see some bits and pieces of the dome like start to just chip away, as they're like small, tiny, glittering things. Let's see. So again, you feel like you're just been through a month of just walking without any food or hydration. You feel feverish. You feel your whole perception of reality is just going to the shitter. Julie, you have this like small recollection of your conscious, but then you see the shade of your wife slowly approach closer to the dome. I would like everybody to roll a D100 and D100s.
This is. There's no way this is gonna work out in my favor. How? Okay. Whoa, 99. The wolves, man.
Okay. You look to your side and you see that Prince has basically collapsed on the ground,
Oh,
vomiting.
am I not fighting this person?
Huh?
Alright. Oh, sorry. I didn't know if this was the person I'm fighting.
No. Yeah, but Prince is unconscious at the moment, reeling in pain in the thing. So how do I say this? More and more cracks, more and more people from like fully being prepared for everything are now shouting that this is gonna be the end of the world. And you, Tvorum, hear that the man who is wearing a bunch of silver and amber yells out to the druids to basically cure the fallen of any maladies, so they can get as fast as they can. And a lot of people are going and rushing to just reinforce the fallen casters and clerics. Julie, you're feeling a bit better. You're still holding because of Terry's spell. As the entity approaches, you see the familiar face structure and all that. But as soon as it approaches, you see that the entire face is mutilated and scarred beyond belief. This is not even your wife. This is someone else's person that was manifested, shaped to look like your wife. With all disfigurements of the change present on the body.
Oh. Put on the way.
Love, you are absolutely disgusting and cannot even come close to her beauty. Finally, fuck off.
You just see her entire face just opens up, and there's just a row of teeth just clumping down on the dome. So another shout. 3/4. Hold.
One more round.
Everybody, saving throws and intelligence checks. I'll be right back in a second.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't gotten one decent since the first round. One decent concept.
This is intense. I don't
Uh, Intelligence.
That's 20 on the con.
I may have passed that con. 16. I'm hoping.
Okay. I'm okay. That makes the second nat 20 I've gotten on the con save.
Nice.
I have failed the intelligence. But I passed the con. I got a dirty 20 on the con.
My psyche is heavily damaged, but my body can handle.
I nat 1. Damn it.
Come on, let's go! Get a natural 1! I see.
Extras? I
Huh?
have an idea. So the intelligence check is what makes them like break and want to go into the orb, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I break off the command spell and then cast it again with twinned on it to get both of them in it?
You can. A wisdom save
Yes.
throws for both of you. Terry saving your asses.
And I'm gonna use magical guidance on this to give me advantage on crap. Alright. Oh. I'm not letting you guys go!
A wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this is a con save for me to hold. Alright, so.
So, Vorum. There's a lot of cracks. Like, you know how there's like windows who are like fully like cracked? Like all across? And you just need a touch? That's what's happening.
So it's still getting worse.
Yes, it basically, how to say this, the durability of the shield of the dome went from the last round went from like 20, like stability of like 80% to like 20.
Right.
And now it's
Okay.
cracking beyond. You
Of,
see-
of
Okay,
our group's casters here, who looks physically weakest?
Julie.
I'm still going to stay a good deal away. I don't want to intervene, but I will be somewhere behind Julie. Close as I can get without actually getting in the way.
Uh-huh.
And just to be clear, you both failed that saving throw.
Hey, look at that. What's the word? What's the word, Terry?
The world's just fuck.
One final D100 from all of you. And Warren, perception with advantage.
Oh, what do you
What
Is that
are
a
you
perception
saying?
or 100 and a perception?
Yeah.
What do you see with those dwarven eyes?
Come on, you're used to the dark, right? Oh my goodness.
Oh.
It's my time to really get hit here.
Damn, I have not rolled below 50 on the D100 yet.
Is that just the one perception or advantage?
Advantage.
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 I got a cat with me and I'm petting it. Give me a second.
Priorities.
Priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking god. So
They all rolled terribly except for one.
So
One
here's the
guy did.
thing. Okay. So let's go with Terry. Terry, holding the line as your people failing. Again, Julie, you're basically not even maintaining the concentration on your own, just with your own bodies. As you're slowly fading away from all the fucking pain that you're suffering at the moment. Terry,
Yes.
you're fine. You're holding. You're the bulwark, the paragon of Paranama in this case. Holding the people, holding the balance between the inevitable death of everyone. So a lot of individuals, a lot of entities trying to carve through your thing, and they manage to break pieces and chips, and a bunch of appendages start to like hitting you in your like to you. So let's see. Give me a second. You suffer 15 divine damage as whatever entity could get their fingers, appendages, tongues or tentacles to you, trying to scratch, trying to hurt you. You stand fast. So, Vorum. Yeah, so what you basically see is the Colosseum is about maybe 150 to 200 feet tall from one wall. And you start to see a large maw emerging from it. A very large maw. But also what you start to see is a shining blue light from the fortress above, as something at the very bottom of the fortress starts to open up and an intense blue glow starts to form.
How long has this been going on for, this whole spell so far?
About 54 seconds.
And they said it was like a quarter of the way through at like 20 seconds?
So 18.
Basically you're already at the final few seconds.
Okay.
Oh, give me a second. 15 seconds, so 18, 128. Okay, give me a second. So, I would just like everybody to roll a D100. One final D100.
Oh, boy.
As you hear a final shout coming from all of you, as there's a massive tentacle creature, a maw of 1,000 faces emerging from the Colosseum, trying to break through, and a lot of shattering sounds. There's a shout saying, "Cover your eyes."
Alright, I can cover my but well actually we'll see what you do.
Okay. Julian, Vorum, you also roll me a D100. Oh my god. So,
Okay, I'm sorry. What was it? What am I supposed to do? Someone interrupted the call.
it's fine. So, all of you suddenly hear a massive ear-piercing screech, and everybody immediately gets blinded.
Oh boy.
Some more than others. As all of you suddenly just black out for a second, and everything goes quiet. The first one to wake up is Julie. Julie? You feel like you've been on a binge of all the carnal desires of Bluestone for a week non-stop without sleeping.
Oh goodness.
You're on your back, looking up into the clear sky. You see the dome is gone. but you don't hear any screaming, nothing, just silence. You look around, you see everybody still alive. You see Gen is slowly gaining back consciousness. Yeah. Yeah, Julie. You did it.
Well, that was exhausting. My God. And I'll look around and start slowly, like, stumbling my way over it again. The fuck happened to us?
So the only person who's standing in the surrounding area that was in the like the circle is the sorceress that kind of guided you to this place, and she looks strained, but she tries to hide it. Like it was nothing. It was nothing. And you see a lot of the druids who were holding back are basically going for the people who have collapsed and looking after them. You see Terry. You see Terry, Julie. You see Terry looking at it. Just his eyes open. There's a few scratches from the entities, no fact, and you see his eyes are milky white and opened, and he has this focus, like face of happiness and focus, but he doesn't seem to be moving or breathing.
Is it the same? Is it the same sort of face that I saw in the dream?
Did you saw? Wait. Oh, of the
The madman who swallowed out his eyes, I believe it was.
No. He looks like he was concentrating for a moment and just got like fucking zapped and just stunned. But you don't like he has like a fixed expression on his face of his final whatever he did before the stuff happened, and he looks just he doesn't. Yeah.
I'll half crawl, half stumble my way over to him, put up an aura of vitality, and just put my hand on his leg. And you saved us, and I love you for that.
I have no idea if I can hear any of that crap. I could very well just be dead right now.
Warham. There was a sudden flash, and the first thing you let's go for Gen as well. Again, you eventually, like Julie, snap back, look around, see the dome is missing, but you see that nobody beyond the dome is there also. So you assume the spell was successful. You see Julie, you see Terry basically being the smuggler shit that he is, just like looking with determination, but not breathing or doing anything. Warham, you're awakened to the sound of like slapping. Like there's like a bunch of like people doing like slapping sounds to you. You open your eyes and you feel like you just had the fucking worst hangover of your entire life. And you see it's Dovkin trying to slap you out, like slap you like back to reality, and just calling your name, just like shaking and then slapping a bit.
Slap him.
Yeah. Yeah.
then I'm like, I'm alright.
What do you mean you're right? You weren't breathing for more than a minute. What the fuck you mean you're right?
I am now breathing. I am better than I was before. And I'm gonna sit up and like massage my head.
Yeah. You just feel like your head is splitting for a moment. There's a lot of pain. So, Terry.
Yes.
Your how do I feel this? How do I say this? You feel nothing. and everything at the same time.
Oh no.
So give me a second.
Well, at least I'm not immediately dead. I mean, I might still. I no idea what's going on here, but at least I'm not determinately dead at the moment.
It's a good sign. You can still feel.
Yeah. It's gonna like drag my way over there.
Oh god, let me figure out where is it. Ah, there's no. I'm so sad. Okay. So, you're you don't feel anything. Uh, the first thing you see is looking up. You see, um, a nicely lit chamber of stone, and you feel yourself being in a warm interior, and you feel like there's a nice fancy rug or carpet beneath you. Nothing that you felt or been nearby in a long time.
It's
Well,
the church. Oh no. PTSD. I kind of like I sit up if I'm even capable of
so
it. Kind of.
the first thing you see when you sit up is a tall, pale woman sitting on a throne, and beyond her there's a windows of the cosmos, and she looks disinterested with you while she like looks at her chalice and kind of swirls some red liquid in it. Terry, I assume.
Yeah. He nods and then promptly gets on his knees and then yeah, they're like the respectful kind of like what's the word for it? There's a word for it. I don't know. Basically, like in almost a prayer stance.
Do we need to make a religion check or what you're like?
No, I know exactly who this is.
Oh, you do? You do?
Yeah, no, I know Pharasma when I
Boy. Why can I not find the soundtrack where I... Damn it.
the soundtrack where art thou soundtrack.
Yeah, there's that. But yeah. You
Yeah,
know
no,
what? You know what? Let's get this one.
you
Yeah.
can always just do church bells, but yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds.
So, yeah, the woman looks at you as you're just getting up. Anything you like to say?
I kind of that's a great question.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say here. I'm gonna say that he gets tongue-tied. He has no idea what to say because honestly, that's about as much as I'm feeling in and out of character.
Give me a second. Let me. That fits, I guess. That fits. So,
Close enough.
yeah, close enough. So, my good sir, you are basically in the presence of Erasma, the goddess of death and afterlife. So, she looks disinterested and then kind of looks at you. So, tell me your story so I may judge you proper.
Oh, this is the end of the line for me then. He kind of like he get like a flash of embarrassment flushes his face as he realizes for most of his life, and he begins to recount. I was a farm boy for most of my life. I was a poor excuse for a brother and a son. I didn't hold much value in anything besides for myself. And because of that, I wasn't around when my family needed me most. And so I failed them. And then I found you. I followed what I thought you wanted to the best of my abilities. I took up a cause. I fought in it. I wasn't able to see it to the end. But then I came across a group, Dream. I had hoped it was from you, to make sure they reach their potential. So I did my best for the short time I was around them. I tried to keep them out of trouble. I didn't keep all of them out of trouble. And I gave everything I had left for a stand to make sure they would see the next sunrise. That's my story.
A lousy boy, a lousy son, a lousy brother, a lousy farmhand, a suitable killer, a lousy judge of character. Pharasma looks at you for a moment. And then looks away through one of the many windows in her chambers. In her throne room, if you will. Looks back at you. None of the realms found you wanting. But death is also not the answer. For your soul is tainted, and wherever I'll scatter your remains, corruption will grow from it.
I am willing to receive any judgment you give.
The judgment is simple. You will track back to where you belong and make things right. For your soul is damned for death. And she kind of gives like a hand motion, like a sharp hand motion. And the first thing you just feel is your fucking lungs just kind of out of instinct just cough up, and you start to gain air. And Julie, you see his like frozen expression suddenly changes. He starts getting air and starts coughing for air.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
They kind of like I'm kind of like stuck there for a moment, just kind of like dazed.
Seems you're out on your feet there. But once again, you saved us all with that. I'm not one to accept commands, but I appreciate it.
Wait, does that mean everything's okay? He kind of like turns his head, kind of tries to get up, and aches his body to look at the rest of the party to make sure they're all alive.
You see most people are alive and starting to stand up. Some on their own, some with the help of others. And you are fucking feeling horrible. So, Terry, let me just tell everybody. Gen and Julie, you suffer 2 points exhaustion. Borum, you suffer 1 point of exhaustion. Terry, you suffer 4 points of exhaustion.
Oh, damn.
I did just die. Like this keeps happening. I don't like it so much.
Yeah, you probably should take a long nap.
So like, okay, so like as I arch over and I feel my stomach move, I vomit and then
Yeah.
kind of fall asleep right there.
Yeah.
No, I kind of like nudge him tiredly. This is not the spot.
I'm out. There's no bringing me out from 4 levels of exhaustion.
We need to find a spot where we can rest. But I would suggest not out here. We don't need to wake up again in a spot we don't recognize.
Give me a second.
Very true.
I have a just kind of a look around. What does everyone else seem to be doing? Are they
Yeah,
making their way anywhere?
What is all the mage, like the high mages and arch druids? What are they doing?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having all sorts of calls nowadays. So, what was the consensus? You wanna look around, see how?
See what everyone
Yeah,
else is doing.
We're seeing what.
So,
Is my
besides,
cloth still covering my face? If not, I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
well, yes, but it's kind of messy because you've been just like, going about. But yeah, more and more people are getting up. The most fucked up individual at this very moment is fucking Terry.
Who just passed out?
Yeah. Warren, you're the least fucked up person with Dovkin and the orc.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Prince is coming back to his senses, but he is also not having a great time. And yeah, Julia and Gen, you're both feeling like shit.
So looking around, like what is the other druids, mages? What are they doing?
A lot of mages, those who are still standing, are basically on their asses recovering, trying to like take deep breaths and not pass out. You see the sorceress is just like tending to her fellow wizards or sorceresses of the Platinum Seas, trying to just get them up. You see the druids are basically checking for like trying to basically spare the dying if you wish. Basically
Spare die.
yeah, it's basically trying to see how many people are actually in need of assistance and how many of them are literally dying or dead.
Well, while I'm still kind of struggling, I'll look around, and if there's enough people within 60 feet of me, I'll just very casually say, "Everyone, you've done a very good job," and cast Mass Healing Word.
For how much?
Let's see. That would be...
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how many d6 this is.
So I'll be back in a few seconds. You decide what you want to do next, because you're all getting up. Of course, Terry and Prince are the most fucked up. Well, Terry, yeah. So
We need to find a spot.
Yeah, I mean, you've done your job basically.
Yeah, we're done here.
I think we just you guys all need to go sit down a bit, and then we can head back, I suppose. Everyone up for that?
Yeah.
Let's find a spot away from all of these. We don't need any of the Platinum Sea getting a clear look at us.
Absolutely not.
I guess as we leave, I'm just going to assume we're allowed to leave. As we leave, and I'm just going to be like, so, anyone know what we just did, or what you guys mainly did for the past couple of minutes. Mainly the whole giant set of teeth coming out of the ground bit.
I
That look
was
familiar
quite-
to anybody?
I was quite focused on, keeping that wall up and all the monsters within arm's reach of me. I did not notice the teeth coming out of the ground.
Oh, that's probably the best then.
Oh,
Very dark summonings. That's all I can think.
but we succeeded, right? This isn't a dream?
Oh boy, so
And I will lean down and just slap Vorum. Did you feel that?
Yes, I did. Did you feel this? And I'm just gonna chuck the gold at you. Your gold back, still in the bag. Just like thump it into your chest.
you
I'm
take.
pretty sure that would knock her over with 2 levels of
Acceptable.
This is
Fall back, gold on my chest pin.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think the verdict is we are picking ourselves up, and assuming no one stops us, we are going back to kind of where we came from, with the intent of
Yeah. So,
having a sit down.
okay. So yeah.
Right. Do we see the druid that flew us here? Do we see her?
Roll me perception check. With disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
Fuck.
Well,
Okay.
if you're lucky, all of your bad luck has been used up by now.
Okay.
But yeah, 15 healing to people within 60 feet of me.
Nice. Oh, dude.
Oh shit, no, not that. Numbers. Disadvantage, not my favorite.
Just roll well. That's all you have to. But it didn't make a difference.
Funny.
Okay. I will accept that.
I mean, yeah. You see her tending to like there's a lot of fucking people just in the vicinity who are just like trying to get up. We're part of this ritual.
Oh, also, do you want to keep playing the church music? Is that
I don't know what to play because after battle music is literally like
No,
I mean-
I think this is fine. We're
okay.
yeah, because
we're
it's like
we're kind of
yeah, it's like that music that plays after somebody gets shell shocked and they just watches everything and like quiet, just like as everybody
Sure,
dies.
yeah, I can see that.
yeah. So for now, like I think we're just gonna drag ourselves away and find a spot we can just kind of rest.
Well, I mean, are you looking for an inn or?
I mean, I think we're gonna settle for just
We're gonna move away from this area because we also don't want to be seen by these people anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we're kind of trying to keep ourselves also hidden from certain people.
Yeah. So you're basically moving, retreating, and grabbing Terry by the shoulders of the orc and somebody else as you're making your way away from the scene.
Just dragging them both behind us, Terry and Prince.
So where would you like to go? Just
I mean, we don't really know where we are. I think we're heading back to where we originally kind of got dropped off at, and then we're just having, I think, a short rest at least. And then we're gonna try and figure out how we get back
We're good.
back
like,
home.
Because the druid that brought us here is right now tending to the resort. I don't think she's gonna drop everything to fly us back up to
Yeah.
the top of the tree.
So what
So-
basically happens is it takes you a few minutes. Come back to the place where you basically see like everybody gather where you were dropped up, and it's basically had been made into like a makeshift triage place because there's a lot of people who are getting brought back, and you start to see like you think like, oh, just exhaustion, right? No, you start to see there's like people who actually got like skewered or like punctured by something. Signs of extreme frostbite, burns, electricity.
Oh, God.
Whoa. It looks like we actually made it out fairly well then.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us.
Poor soul.
So yeah, everybody is placed on this mossy ground, and there's few druids that are just channeling magics to basically escalate the healing or basically dampen the pain. Also have a cat on me. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. So yeah.
Is there any signs or even pieces of the creatures left laying around?
You basically look like you see the street and everything within that was encompassed by the dome. You see all the buildings, everything is there, but all the creatures, nothing is remaining of them. Like it looks like a street that nothing ever happened. Nothing happened in that street ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The cute cat. Okay, sorry. God damn it! No! No reset button. Fuck off.
What?
What?
My cat nearly fucking stepped on my PC where the reset button is. So I was like, no.
I've had that happen before. It is the worst.
So yeah, yeah, the triage is like basically a mossy ground. There's no like hospital or anything. It's just a mossy ground. A bunch of druids tending to the wound via AoE spells. There's like, I guess everybody just fucking just finds a spot and just kind of just lays there like, fuck, shit.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, more and more people.
I'm imagining a scene like, you know, like if any of you've ever watched Attack on Titan, just the aftermath.
Yeah. So yeah, is everybody taking a short rest? Right, I assume.
I don't think a short rest cures exhaustion, but
No, but still, it's like, still.
I mean, we gotta wait for these guys to kind of come back anyway.
Yeah.
We need our ride home to finish doing their job.
Also, not to mention, Worm, you got the tea.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
You guys want my tea?
Hey, I'm just saying that's an option in case you forgot. Anyway, of course you can also test the fury if it actually cures exhaustion because you're skeptical. So,
Since
yeah.
I'm here, I'll go ahead and dump 2 more mass healing words at the triage.
Okay, so yeah, more people, and you start to see that there's like druids and palm seas and just regular folk who got injured. It's not like just the regular folk. And yeah, more and more people are getting brought back, and so as an hour passes, the triage is filled with like about 400 or so people all laid down. And a lot more druids are like coming to like mass 10 or 10 individual people. You get to see a few people just literally pass away from like their severities of the injuries. And more druids and the platinum team folk who actually are in stable condition and actually are in some sort of fighting capacity. Some are by the table discussing. You see Tazil, or or wait, Terry's unconscious. Never mind. Yeah, but you see the familiar faces that you saw by the table, or like just around. It looks like important people. You see the sorcerer, like the arch sorcerers that you've been with, also by the table talking to the druids. So yeah, an hour passes and all of you get a short rest.
Nice. I lose one level of exhaustion. Thank you.
Oh, that's what rangers get, right?
Yep.
The
Flex.
yeah.
Has our taxi driver returned, or is he still not back?
No, she's not back.
I mean, we're not in a rush to leave, but we don't want to hang around, so... Should we just give him a little bit longer? And if they're not back in like an hour, someone go search for him? Very politely ask them when we can go.
I mean, you can always just send a message or a sending spell, You got the stones. Anyway, yeah. Anybody would be like to do, because like waiting around, you just see the trash is kind of just piling up as minutes go by.
Yeah, we actually have no real business here. We're just exhausted. We're not actually injured, so we should probably give beds to those that are actually injured.
We should probably move out of the way.
Yeah, well, we don't want to be in the way, especially if we don't draw any attention. But we were here on contractual work, and we seem to have completed it.
Yeah. Problem is, we think we need the one who brought us here, since she did open a portal.
Yeah, so if we short rested, then I'm coming too then.
Yeah.
I'm still out.
Yeah, you're still miserable. Here's the interesting part. A little bit time passes and you're just kind of chilling like lost puppies in the middle of the street, and the sorcerers you all interacted about an hour or so prior, and now talking to the table, just kind of looks and kind of keeps like eye contact towards you again, and then kind of approaches you as she finishes talking at the table. Well, you're looking like a bunch of lost dogs. Where are you from anyway?
Not
Bluestone.
Yeah, we were sent on a mission from Bluestone to assist you.
And I'm guessing you are missing some sort of transportation back. I'm assuming one of the druids brought you here?
That is very correct in your assessment.
Mm-hmm. She is currently helping with the injured.
Hmm.
And while we do not wish to be in the way, we also aren't inconsiderate enough to try and take them away from that work.
Well, this went quite much more nicer than I expected. She says that she overlooks the trash, looks back at you. I don't really have any business in Southstone, but I do like the city, so... She kind of gives like a sly smile. Anywhere specific you need to travel?
Well, I mean, how accurate are you with getting us to specific locations?
Extremely specific, if I know the location myself.
The market would probably be convenient, quite central.
Don't we need to get back to that shop? Yeah.
I just look at him and I'm just like, shut up!
What shop?
With my eyes.
What shop?
He's still out of it. He doesn't know what you guys are talking about.
A shop near the market that we said we'd go back to once all this job was finished.
Okay. So any specific shop I can pick you? Because I just pick a random shop that I know in the market and go on there.
Oh no, no, just getting us to the market itself would be more than enough help. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, how about just to the center of the market?
Centre. Fine. Is everybody prepared? Yeah, you're all kind of prepared.
Yeah.
Only Terry and Prince looking like fucking beaten to shit and back. But besides that, yeah. So, give me a second.
Now I can finally use it to. I can use the word hell and back literally now.
Wait, you're telling me that Parana's personal throne room is hell? Wow.
No, it was a joke. You gotta leave me alone.
Yeah, give me a second.
I wasn't expecting to buy the farm this early.
So, yeah, with a description on the floor beginning, a minute passes and a portal opens up, and all of you make your way through. And here's the interesting part. You're all back to the familiar building of greenish marble. The Emporium of Treats. As soon as you all exit out, the first thing that the sorcerer does is literally enter in.
I am going to not enter that shop. Oh, what a lovely shop! I've never seen it before. Right, I'm just going to walk around the block.
Too tired for that.
I'm kind of just following Julie at this point. I have no sense.
The first.
I'm just going to glare at you and be like, if we're trying to not be noticed and we think these people might be connected in any way to our would-be pursuers, I think a little bit of diligence would be in order.
You just hear
about
the sorcerers yell out, "How you doing, old furball? It's been a while."
Oh,
And gives a hug towards the tabaxi.
all right. How close is the nearest inn to the markets?
We're talking cheap or fancy or something nice. Just
somewhere I can drop these people off to sleep.
Yeah. There's only a few blocks north. There's inn that is usually pretty nice, pretty quiet at night, and also serves breakfast in the morning.
All right, gentlemen, we all need some rest, and honestly, you don't deserve much better. I'll bring them to the nearest inn and pay for 3 rooms.
Okay, so, and the inn's name, or it's more of an actual tavern, because the first floor serves like a nice little cozy restaurant with a bunch of like stuff you can order to eat, and the name is called the Raven and the Fox.
Voran will take the worst bed of the worst room, well aware he contributed the least.
So for 3 rooms, it's gonna be 9 gold pieces total.
I'll give her an even 10 and tell her just to thank you for everything.
It sounded like there was more to that system behind these two people.
So,
Right, and
as for Julie,
this is kind of the seedy side. Is there also escorts?
Oh, believe me, there is. The
I will go
Raven.
out.
The Raven the Fox is not the establishment has that kind of service, but there's plenty of nearby. And I don't mind extra.
Right, I will go out and search around a little bit for the biggest, ugliest, orcish-looking escort I could find,
Oh my
and send it to
god.
Warburton.
Oh my god.
So,
It is
really
just
have a
for-
vibe.
He's gonna charge you fucking 6 gold pieces.
Mm.
I'm not even gonna say what you're wrong.
6 gold. I'll toss her another 4 gold. He's into consensual, non-consensual. Have fun.
No! No! Not con, non-con. Come on, dude. Oh my god.
Oh boy, Vorum.
Vorum. After you take a bed and start to snooze off very easily, there's just a fucking loud banging like 20 minutes later. What do you do? Oh my god. Vorum is dying. Help.
Vorum's dead.
Angry dwarf.
He can't even get the words out.
I'm just gonna fucking get up and I'm gonna leave. I ain't fucking worth it dealing with this shit.
See, to leave, you have to go and answer the door where there's someone banging.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm just like, what dickhead would be knocking on the door? You know, open the door. Yeah, sure.
Oh boy.
A very grumpy looking Vorum, like still in like his cloak and chain.
Let's just say she is as ugly as you are grumpy at the moment.
I just kind of stare, and then I like poke my head out. Is Julie still in the corridor or no?
Is she?
Oh, I'm not even in the building.
Oh, I just look back. I look down the corridor, look the other way, and just like look back, and I was like, yes.
I'm here to deliver a treat. And then she immediately grabs you and just kinda and fade to black.
Right. Last thing you just hear is the door slam close.
Yeah.
I make a stealth check to escape. Save.
Good thing everybody's fucking exhausted because they don't hear the sound that is happening. There's
Motherfuckers.
clap.
Yeah, don't you. I will. Whatever your fucking heads. I am a proud dwarf. I will remember this.
This is the blood debt, and you will.
Oh my fucking god! So,
Sorry, I'm gonna devote myself to stealing every fucking thing that Julie owns.
Wow.
I'm a professional forger. This is my house, not yours.
okay. Okay.
But that is the perfect spot to just.
So a lot of clapping ensues. So what about the rest of you, Julie? Where are you gonna go after?
The next session better open with like I fucking escaped out of the window.
The next session is gonna start with you wrapped in this
the first thing is like, hey, dexterity, not dexterity, strength saving throw because you're grappled.
Yeah.
There's just like all of you are like in your beds, like having like a quiet kind of sleep, and suddenly there's just a smash. And a crash as a chair hits the ground outside the building. Jumping out the window.
I just see that still image of like quiet morning, everything is nice, and then just a fucking chair through a window. Half naked Warren with clubs in his hands is like fuck, fuck, fuck.
He's just running, just yelling joy.
While that's all happening, I'm going to go find a slightly better hotel for myself.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna try and sleep off one of these levels of exhaustion also.
10 gold pieces. Let's go.
10 full. Toss it over.
Okay. So, with that being said, you wanna call it or you wanna continue this?
I'm cool with either. It's really up to others.
It's just about our usual stopping time.
Yeah, I usually
Yeah,
ask. I don't usually ask to stop. I'm usually ask like if anybody has anything to do, cause like I can continue. I can continue for a long, long time.
Ooh.
I mean that seems reasonable to stop. I mean, what's the next thing we would do? We'd go to like the shop, get stuff.
I think this is good stuff. As much as
we can do
like-
that as the opening of next time.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this session.
Oh god, fuck me.
Oh, I know how to end a session.
I was not expecting.
What a fucking
You could say I'm
44.
dying of laughter.
So, I guess that's it. We're gonna call it. So, with that being said and done, you got exactly 20 seconds to say whatever the fuck you want, but before I'm shutting this stream down with no survivors, go.
My
Keep in mind,
revenge will be
next session, when you're
swift.
trying to escape next session, you're doing it at disadvantage, remember? All saving throws.
So Vorm's gonna need to visit the temple to get some curing.
I mean, not really, because Savorum has only one level exhaustion.
No, and that's not the type of curing I was talking about.
Oh,